If you're wondering or questioning why Jesus called you, or you're unfit, or you're not the right one, or you feel not qualified, or like he made a mistake because of maybe your past insecurity, maybe where you grew up, maybe where you come from, and maybe because your bloodline, whatever it is, maybe because your record, or you fell into sin, or you got an addiction, whatever it is. He said all have sinned and fallen short of the glory, have fallen short of God's glorious standard in Romans 3:23. But guess what? He knew you was a mess before he called you. He didn't make no mistakes. He knitted you together in your mother's womb. He knew exactly every situation, every circumstance, everything you was going to go through, everything. Despite the mistakes, despite the wrong path that the enemy tried to send you down, despite him plotting your demise, despite him trying to make you feel worthless or that you don't belong, the lies, the molestation, the rape, the abuse. The Lord is your creator. He created you in Genesis 1. He already knew it. The Lord knows everything. He knows everything at the beginning of a thing. He knows the end of a thing at the very beginning. How it's going to turn out. And the appointed time that he was going to call you forth. Nothing catches him by surprise. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Baby, every last one of his disciples was a hot mess. Peter was a hot mess, baby. Peter cut you in a minute. Baby, I'm still a hot mess. Okay? And the Lord is molding me, shaping me, baby. Still going through the refining process. But I'm coming out as pure gold. Me and Peter had some things in common, baby. Literally. You feel me? But the Lord didn't make no mistakes. He didn't make no mistakes when he called you. He didn't make no mistakes when he appointed you. When he didn't make no mistakes. He don't make mistakes. It's impossible for him to make a mistake. The Lord said, I birthed you for such a time as now. For such a time as now. That's what he told me. You're the only one more qualified. You're the only one more qualified for the job, baby. Because of what you've been through. Because of what he put inside of you. Things that you wouldn't even know that you was capable of doing. Or pulling through. But the Lord knew. The Lord knew exactly what he put inside of you. Things that you ain't even came in touch with. Some of it. He knew exactly who you are. He knew exactly who he called you to be. And you powerful, baby. You powerful. You powerful when you wake up to that revelation. You powerful when you begin to see yourself as God see yourself. The enemy probably been tormenting you. You better rebuke the devil and tell him where to get off at. Stop believing the lies. Stop accepting the lies. I don't care what you did. God has called you. You have a purpose. You got an assignment on your life. And God's going to use you major and mightily. He wastes nothing. He going to take all of that filth, all of it, and use every bit of it. Because that's what is going to help mold you into the person, the strong, mighty man or woman of God that he's called you to be. All the hurt, all the disappointment, all the abuse, all the letdowns, all the rejection. God's called you. So, Lord, my prayer is that the Lord will give you eyes to see you in the way that he sees you. That the Lord will give you the eyes to see yourself in the way that he views you. Because he doesn't review us in our current temporary state. This, whatever's going on, this is temporary. This is temporary. And the Lord does not view us in that state. He views us at our finishing state. He sees us as a finisher and at a finishing state. The enemy wants to keep you reminded that this is the furthest you go. There's no hope. There's no light at the end of the tunnel. You ain't gonna get past this. The Lord ain't called you because of this. No, it's a lie. They're all lies. You're called. You're called. Start viewing yourself in the way that God sees you. Get in your word. Get in your word and start reading about what God said about you. And start seeking who he's called you to be. Some of y'all already know. But for those of you who don't, the ones that know, you are qualified. You are qualified because of your past, because of what you've been through. You're qualified. You're the only person that can do the job. God will never put anybody in position or place that ain't been through it. Whatever he's called you to do. Everybody that he's called to do the thing or to stand back for people, they didn't went through it themselves. They didn't experience it firsthand. So whatever the assignment is that's attached on your life is because of what you've been through. The suffering, it wasn't in vain. It wasn't in vain. You got it. You qualified. He didn't make no mistakes. Yes, he called you. He wants you.